who needs to be saved here are humans, because the planet will go on, and in fact the planet will flourish without humans, because humans are the ones that have caused the greatest damage. Humans are the creatures that have destroyed so much of the planet. So I don't think it's saving the planet that is an issue here, or what we probably should focus our attention here, but it is really saving humanity. And one of the ways that we can save humanity and the demise of humanity is to ensure that we improve our relations with nature and with the environment. To your previous question as to how can we save humanity, and I think we can save humanity by salvaging some of the old ways and salvaging some of the knowledges of people like the indigenous people. So let me give you a few examples. One is that we think that the way the indigenous people live is an impoverished one, that they live in poverty. But however, what we fail to realize is that what we consider to be their poverty is really frugality, because they live within their means, they live in a way that ensures that they do not take too much out of nature, the environment. And that kind of frugal living has also been referred to as simple living, but there is actually nothing really simple about that. And the so-called sophisticated advanced living that we claim to be modern is in fact the very kind of lifestyle that is leading to the kinds of problems that we face in the world today. Not just social problems, but also ecological and environmental ones. When they talk about simple living here, it means several things. One is that Orang Asli live within their means. Secondly, the Orang Asli also ensure that they do not have much more possessions than they actually need. So they, in other words, they focus on needs rather than wants. The third is that the Orang Asli, one of the things they ensure is that they are not in any way trapped by consumerism and end up with lots of stuff, as it were, that in a kind of a consumerist lifestyle would try to promote. What people fail to see is that it is essentially to do with the fact that humans have altered certain aspects of the environment that has led to global warming. So global warming is really what one would refer to as climate change. It's global warming that through the use of fossil fuels, carbon emissions in other words, and this has led warming up. And so what implications that has is rising sea levels. We have the erratic nature of the climate that we see today. We have forest fires in certain parts of the world, and these have intensified in the last several years. In the Malaysian context, there has to be much greater awareness of whatever that you do, whatever way you think it's minor or it's small, has a greater impact on the environment when it's all multiplied by the number of people that practice that sort of I would say irresponsible environmental behavior. Well, Gandhi has always been a source of inspiration for me, and well, you cited that quotation from him, but there is another one where he has famously said that when he was asked during the dawn of Indian independence, so what would be the development strategy for India? And his answer was very, very interesting. He said that if a small country like England can destroy through its rapacious greed of resources, can destroy such a large part of the planet, then a country like India with such a vast population would need at least 5 planets. The opposite of hope is despair. And I think if we start to just feel despair, and I think the other problem we have in this world today is apathy. So despair and apathy are quite closely related. So what we really need to do is to hold on to hope. And the only way we can do this is to ensure that we create much greater awareness among people, but not give them a sense that there is absolutely nothing that can be done. And I think this is where it is really important that we try to put a fatalistic sort of thinking. So I think it's really important that we look at ways of how we can build hope, how we can give people hope, and a strong sense of hope that that if they work together to resolve some of the problems that we face in the world today, there will be a much better humanity for the future.